Good evening, everyone. This stream is now in session. Obi-Wan 362, Gamer Law presiding, and welcome to Escape from Tarkov. Let me hop in here. I believe this is where the game is donated for our viewing pleasure by Cyrus, also known as Vex on Twitch, and saw the green bubble pop. Did that help? Hello? Change my sound settings. How about now? Interesting. It shows you for a brief second. I don't know why I can't hear you. That's weird.
Hello?
Oh, there. I barely heard you, but I heard you that time.
Okay, hold on. Well, you might have to turn me up.
Um. Whatever. I'm gonna get through the rest of the setup because it's. Choose my faction.
Put it on screen.
I don't know how much of a setup with stuff that I'm like I don't want to show or not.
Should be fine.
Okay.
Yep. So to explain, between the two different factions you get to play as, you get Bear and you get Yusek. Now, Bear's gonna speak Russian, and Yusek, actually, and broken English, I should say, too. And Yusek is gonna speak English. Now, in the game, though, bears are kind of frowned upon by a lot of different other factions. Pretty much everybody. Yusek, though, is liked by the rogues a little more, so they won't initially attack you. So that's your benefit that you get out of it.
Okay.
You have English voice, and you get less, painfulness when it comes to rogues.
Okay. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
So you get Russian, or you get English, and broken English with Russian.
Sorry, I was fixing my sound settings while you were describing that. I think I got the gist of it, but which one was which again?
The bear is the Russian, and
Okay.
the Yusek
Is
have
the
English voice
broken
lines.
English. Got it.
Yep.
Which one are you playing?
Whatever you prefer.
I don't know.
There's no difference. Oh, I'm sorry. There is a difference. There's a lot going on here, because I had to deal with a lot of like new changes to the game here, so I forget a lot of things here.
No, you're good.
So Bear and Yusek also do have they all come with preset loadouts and stuff, like stuff that'll be in your inventory. It's items you'll get to use from the very beginning to like however long till you lose them. And Bear starts with a bunch of AKs. They got a bunch of different AKs you can use. That's pretty good actually, because compared to, I believe that's 545 versus the 556, I think it is, that the Yusek gets. One of them's a little bit better, and that would be the Bear, in my opinion. They also get a couple scopes for their weapons, I believe, and it's just generally better overall than Yusek.
Okay, so Bear it is. Battle Enforcement Assault Regiment, Russian PMC comprised of ex-special forces, officers from all over the post-Soviet, contract wars, proxy, USAC. Word. Vasilev.
They don't give you a whole lot of options to really make your character look like anything. You get what you get, really.
Sergey.
Yeah, so the
English.
voice. Yeah, so you get different voice lines there for each one of those there. So you get the full Russian, or you can get the Russian with the English.
Блин, дикие еще эти. Только их не хватало.
But they'll also, like, if I take Sergey English, is he also going to speak some Russian, or is it just going to be...
Yeah, some Russian, some English.
What's up over there?
So he might, yeah, let's say he might cuss in like Russian, but then he'll say something in English then after that,
Okay.
or vice versa. Yeah.
We'll take that. That works for me. Oh, I didn't realize. Huh. I didn't actually read the top. I didn't realize that that was my picking his face. I thought it was just a name. Okay. Higher smudge. Okay,
so first things
jeez.
first. Oh, I didn't even see what you. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's where I want you to go anyway.
Cool.
So what you're seeing right now is everything that you could equip on your character, and everything to the right is things you can equip on your character. Lots of different things here. So your earpiece, well, that you're wearing a Contact 2. Okay, so any headphones in the game will give you better hearing sound. So they all have different like ranges of when you're gonna hear somebody.
Uh-huh.
So it is what it is with some of these things here. Contact 2 is not the greatest, but nor are those the other ones you have in your inventory there. They're not really all that good either. Just select few in the game. It's sort of a whole like meta thing, you know. Like there are some things that are best than others, and
Right.
always will be. It's crap sometimes. So you always want to wear an earpiece. If you can't wear the earpiece, so some helmets won't allow you to wear earpieces with them. That's fine. You'll still eventually hear somebody close to you, because it's not like you really need them per se, but they really do help when you're hearing people jump. You know, certain surfaces being walked on, or even just being on grass.
Mm-hmm.
Headwear, obvious stuff there. They do have hats. They have a couple of other headpieces you can put on in the game that will go over top of the face cover and will act as a headwear as well. But headwear also consists of all your helmets. So you got yourself there the LSHZ, the 6B47 helmets. Helmets have classes, so they're armor, basically, like everything else is.
Right.
Armor. When it comes to that, some bullets will absolutely just... A helmet won't protect you. They won't do enough because it'll go right through the helmet.
Okay.
During early wipe, hit or miss, because like, you know, there are spots on the head that could still be shot that aren't protected by the helmet itself.
Right.
And in the future, they have more updates coming. An armor update that's gonna be better hitboxes. So if you shoot somebody in the armpit, because and a piece of armor might not actually protect the armpit, you're shooting somebody in the armpit. You know.
Yeah.
So for now, everything is sort of like sort of lower res hitboxes, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Your armor will protect your entire body, if anything. But that's not for the head. The head can still be shot through the eyes, the nose, the head, which will technically be called head eyes. So some stuff might not protect you there in those locations. So you wear what you can. People go back and forth on this though. Wear a helmet or don't wear a helmet, because if the helmet don't work sometimes, then what's the point of wearing the helmet? You know, some people say, oh, the helmet does help you sometimes because they have ricochet chances on them. That means a bullet will ricochet off the helmet, and you're gonna get a nasty like sound effect on the game, basically, when that happens.
Okay.
It's always good to wear a helmet. When it comes to face covers, there are a few face covers in the game that everyone wears. The balaclava is one of the ones that everyone usually wears. You might not have one in there. The CF there, I think
Yeah.
it's called. Yeah,
I got him.
that's a good one. There's a couple of other different ones. One's called Smoke. Those are helpful.
So I should equip that?
Yes, you can equip that. Those are helpful because basically everyone's face is pretty much white, like blinding white, light white. So when you're looking down, I don't know, the map on one of these maps or whatever, it's pretty obvious somebody's not wearing a mask because your face is like completely white and it's standing out in the game. It's just a weird thing with lighting, so like that's why you always want to wear the face cover.
Okay.
Because then it doesn't allow people to make like the quick split decision of going, okay, I can shoot you in the head because I can see your head easier.
Mm-hmm.
So body armor, there's lots of body armors in the game. This corresponds with your tactical rig as well. So up there at your tactical rig, you have pockets of stuff that you can put things into. Right now, the one you have on has mags and a healing kit in it.
Right.
Well, those tactical rigs can also be armor rigs.
Okay.
Not everything is in armor. So what I have on my character right now is a 6B5 16. It's a 2-in-1 basically. It'll be my rig and it'll also be my armor.
Okay.
You won't have any of those, I don't believe, in your inventory immediately right away. You'd have to purchase those through like one of the vendors. So with that said, you do have a body armor on, and that's a pack of armor. Pack of armors are pretty cheap. They're really good for early wipe. But something like the ANA,
Mm-hmm.
M1, I believe that is.
Yep.
The stream's a little blurry here. No, that's just. I think it's the game. Tarkov is weird with streaming, so like it's a little blurry when it comes to the green tint that's on some of these items. Like I can never really read them because of it.
I think it's also just the fact, like, it's fairly small print, all things
Yes, it's
considered.
also, yeah, it's very small print. Just even looking at it right now, and I got a pretty big monitor here, so. That's that's a tactical rig. That's also armor, so it's an armor rig.
Gotcha.
That's pretty decent armor right there. But for something like that, do you really want to use that during early wipe or during a little bit like in the middle of the wipe? Because you'll get more stuff like it, but then that'll also help you protect you against heavier ammo. Let's see here, what's next? You got regular pockets, and you have 3 special slots. Now the special slots are for things like there's a couple quests in the game that are require some specific items you need to use, and they can go right into the special slots. So that when you die, nobody can take those things from you. So we used to not have these special slots, so those items could be taken or they're just lost, and you got to repurchase them again.
Yeah, well, that's a good addition then.
Yep. Eyewear. So there's different eyewears in the game. They're all basically glasses, but you got some like the welder glasses, which exactly what they are. They're welder glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And something like that, for example, will reduce the incoming flash impact of a flash grenade on you, so it won't stay around on your screen for so long. Glassware or eyewear, I should say. I've never actually like understood that system. There's a problem that's still in the game since the very beginning of the glasses being introduced, and that some of the glasses have a what do I want to call it? A texture glitch, I think it is.
Okay.
If you're from a really far distance away, and because some things on the map don't load, and even if they do load, there's a glitch that comes off of some of the glasses that you can instantly see. It's like a little white speck, so you know where somebody's standing because of it. So it's really bullcrap for some of the glasses. Not all the glasses, but then there's some that you really, there's a hard time finding them because everything in the game's randomized.
Gotcha.
Something like the John B glasses. They're like a purple rarity. You're probably never going to find a lot of them, and you can't purchase them right off the bat from anywhere. So I like to keep the glasses off for now. Until I've learned more how to play with the glasses myself, I just don't use them.
Okay.
Backpacks, obvious. You get different backpacks in the game. There's very, very large backpacks in the game. And the backpack corresponds to weight. Now, if you see at the bottom there of the screen there where your sheath and your gun is,
Mm-hmm.
at the bottom there, all those stats.
Oh, you meant okay. You meant over here. You meant the
Yeah, to
stats.
the left.
I was looking at the quick use at the very bottom.
So these right here, there's a kilogram system here.
Yep.
Your backpack and everything on you corresponds to that. So right now I have 16.6 kilograms because I'm wearing certain things and I have a backpack on and all that stuff. Now some players like to run without a backpack later in the wipe because that gives you a lot of weight. Though a backpack is nice because then you can just start looting everything, put it in your bag, get the heck out of there, and sell whatever you need to sell, yada yada yada. For now, early wipe, it's always good to wear a backpack. You pick up things, get things going, yada yada yada. But that does add to your kilograms, and as you play through each raid, and the more stuff you grab, the higher the kilograms goes, which means the slower you go. Eventually, if
Makes
you
sense.
start reaching 60 plus kilograms,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be really slow. It'll actually drain your stamina, and it'll drain the other stat that's over here that has that electric symbol. That's your energy. So,
So wait,
in
so
your backpack,
the green one is stamina then?
sort of, yes and no. In the each raid, you'll have a stamina bar.
Okay.
It refills itself as you walk, but after a certain point of like weight, you're just gonna not even be able to regen any stamina.
Gotcha. Okay.
But that does correspond to the energy over here.
Yes.
Because this is like your food bar. So you have an Ispra in your bag there. That would be what you would eat in order to refill the food bar.
Okay.
Not everything refills immediately, and some foods will also drain the other stat that's next to it.
Hydration.
And that, yep, your hydration. So some foods will dehydrate you, but at the same time, it'll give you energy. So you sort of have to make a decision. Is your energy so low that you need to, bring it back up, or will you lose your hydration in the process of that? That said, though, if you lose all your energy for a certain point in time, your body starts losing hit points. Basically,
Okay.
you're becoming tired, and eventually you'll fall over dead because you're out of energy at that point. The hydration, not so much. I think you can go without hydration for like a good portion before you end up dying over that. The other icon there, that's your health icon. So you have
Okay.
440 hit points, and that's about it then. You'll increase those health points as you get shot, because vitality will increase as time goes on from getting shot, from doing things like healing and all that stuff too.
Okay.
There's a sort of joke that everybody has when it comes to vitality is when you're at the end of the raid, they'll say, shoot me in the leg, shoot me in the leg. Because it doesn't matter where you're shot, but the leg is less deadly to shoot, because you won't die or anything like that. Hopefully you won't die. I mean, if you're
Right.
close to dying, yeah. Gun-wise, anything you could think of is basically in this game right now, except for a select few things that Nikita, the main developer of the game,
Mm-hmm.
does not want to put in the game. Example, in the past, he says he does not want to see the Desert Eagle in the game because 50 caliber is a big, big, big caliber. That's tank piercing bullet power.
Right.
Something like that would be like probably super bad for any art because there's nothing that's really going to tank a 50 caliber bullet. I mean,
No.
yeah. So when it comes to guns in the game, you could probably think of it if it's anything at all. Any Call of Duty in the past you played, it's probably in here. There's a lot of different AKs as well too, because obviously the game's made in Russia and they like their AKs.
Right.
That's pretty much it for here. I forgot the pouch at the bottom there, so go over to where all your stuff is to your left there.
Oh.
By your backpack, scroll downwards.
Yep.
So that is a secure container. Because you have the highest version of the game, you get the Gamma container automatically. That is basically what we call your butthole. Because when it's in that case, no player can get it out of that case. That's the nice part about that. But there are some things that cannot go into that case. Example would be a pistol. You can't put a pistol in the case, even though it's a 2-slotter. You had to put it somewhere else. This is a nice spot to put like your healing items, your food items maybe,
Okay.
or a key. Maybe you find a key you really need in the game, and you can put it in there. People put things like the keychain, when they are able to purchase a keychain, they put it in there because you can put multiple keys in it. People put the injector case in there because they can have the injectors like the Cryptol, for example. They put a bunch of those in there. That's about it, really. I would recommend putting your food and your health or healing items in there. And for healing items, I recommend taking a CMS kit.
One of these guys. Okay.
Which I should probably also put in there myself. If you want to turn a item sideways as well, you click on it and you drag it or whatever, and then you hold or click R, I should say. Not everything can be like turned. I mean, everything can be turned, but like, what's the point when it's like a square, you know?
Right.
I would put a go put a Salewa in there.
Okay.
Go put a Haluk B in there.
Oop.
And put a ALU splint in there. Short for aluminum splint. Yep. Okay, what else is good there? Oh, we need a painkiller, so go get the Vaseline.
The Vaseline?
Yep, Vaseline. Yep. So that's a little odd. So I know what I just said there, Vaseline. That's weird. It's a painkiller. So there are some things in the game that give you different painkiller effects. Preptol will give you like healing, like automatic healing.
Okay.
And then it'll allow you to sprint, I believe, as well. All painkillers allow you to sprint.
Okay. Did we lose you? Cyrus. Cyrus. I heard a crackle. Nope. Nope. Okay. Still no.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Barely.
Oh no. That's not good.
Getting a short in your
Now?
cord? Mm-hmm. It's showing green. I don't hear anything.
Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're quiet, but I can hear you.
Why is it doing that? Am I too loud?
No.
Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. My dog the other day did drag my controller out, or not my controller, my headset out from all the cords that I have here, so might have
Yeah.
did something.
That probably didn't help.
Yeah, that probably didn't help. I'll probably just end up buying another one. So take the bullets out of your backpack.
It doesn't fit.
anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Here's something you can practice doing here while doing that. You can hold the CTRL button on the left side of the keyboard and just click the item.
Boy, okay.
So it just goes back and forth basically between the two things. That's how you get items into your inventory a lot faster. Yep, see how you did that?
Yep.
Go ahead and get rid of the what I like to call the cheese. That's that yellow
I
square looking.
look. I was already looking at it. I was like, is that cheese? So
Everybody calls it cheese. It's great.
that's what it looks like. It's not.
It's not wrong.
Okay.
Go ahead and get rid of the bandages. I can't say what the heck it is because I can't pronounce it. The white little chocolate-looking bar thing.
An algan.
Yeah. And the splint. Go ahead and get rid of that as well. There we go. Alright, you should have everything for your first raid here. Let's go ahead and put a helmet on. Yeah, you should have helmets. I saw two earlier. Go ahead and replace the hat with the helmet. Yeah, you take the hat off first, and then put the helmet on next.
Lame. Okay.
Alrighty then. So, first things first, you're going to go ahead and exit by clicking the escape button on your keyboard. That's for everything in the game if you want to back out to the main menu.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going to go to trading.
Okay.
These are all your traders, and they have quests for you to do. Jaeger is locked for now until you reach level 2, and then you'll get a quest to go unlock him.
Mm-hmm.
So for now, go ahead and click on Prapper. It's be top left there.
Oh yes, I heard you say crapper, but all right.
Well, he is pretty much a crapper. I mean, let's be honest here. So we want to click on tasks up at the top of the screen there.
Okay. Debut.
Yep, you're gonna accept that quest.
I'm just clicking ready.
Nope, click on accept over the way to the left. I know this
Oh.
screen is all new to me as well because they changed a lot of stuff in here.
That next to that made it look like a header and not
Yeah,
a button.
there's a couple problems with that. Alright, then go ahead and click on therapist. You can
Sure.
click on any of the people up there now, so that's really nice. And also, accept. Yep. Basically, these two quests are going to have you kill 5 scavs on any map. And scavs are going to be very obvious when I go to explain what they all are versus your PMC.
Okay.
So, the other thing that's going to ask you to do is find 2 MP-133 shotguns. It has to be the MP-133 shotguns, and then you'll be able to turn those in. I believe you can also just purchase those eventually from one of the other characters. That'd be Jaeger, I believe, has those. But it'll have a limited supply, so like if everybody's buying up those shotguns, you'll have to wait till his store refreshes.
Okay.
Yeah, or it's just find him in-game. So it's either find him in-game or get him from Jaeger. So, Therapist is asking you to find 3 Salewas in raid. Now, I don't remember if this specified prior to some changes that they did for this patch.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember previous ones saying you could find them in raid or you can craft them in your hideout. So let's escape here and get right back to the main menu.
Okay. Go to hideout.
And go to hideout. So the hideout basically has a bunch of different things you're going to be able to build over time. This is the loot that you're basically looking for in the game.
Resources and raids are purchased to build, improve areas of the hideout, many of which give you special bonuses and abilities. Increase rate of off-rate health regeneration, energy and hydration, boost skills, leveling and the ability to craft various items. Okay.
So basically, go ahead and click OK.
Ooh.
All these things can be built, and they'll have different passive effects over time. So the first thing that's highlighted there in green can be built. Go ahead and click
Vents.
on that.
It costs so many rubles.
You'll have a lot more rubles over time, don't worry. Yep, go ahead and construct it, yep. Now, that was very simple, wasn't it? It was only just using your rubles. Well,
Uh-huh.
some things here require things like the generator. To get that working, you'll need to find a spark plug somewhere. Eventually, to upgrade that past like second or third, it's going to ask for like 4 batteries, let's say 6 motors, what have you. And
Right.
these are things you'll need to find through your time playing the game. And they can be anywhere. They can be anywhere. Yeah, I mean, the items themselves are kind of like Fallout, where items are sort of like sitting out sometimes too, but they're also inside containers.
Okay.
So you can look for containers, you can look for the items sitting out. Scabs might have them if you kill them. Hey, maybe another player found them. Kill him, you might get that.
Okay.
So your stash there is already actually at its maximum, because the version of the game you bought gives
Comes
you the
with maxed
maximum
out.
stash.
Okay.
Yep. So now you don't have to upgrade that at all. Now that's the benefit of buying this version of the game. The other benefit of buying this version of the game now is you will also get access to Tarkov Arena, which will be a separate game, but it has some stuff that'll connect to this one, and vice versa. You'll be able to use your guns, I believe, from this game for that one. That's an arena shooter, basically. So if you really want something like hardcore in a sense of like what Call of Duty does,
Mm-hmm.
that's your arena shooter if you want to play that. And you'll get that free of charge when it comes out.
Okay.
Yep. Otherwise, everything in here will give you some kind of benefit, like I said. We have to go find items. They changed a lot here recently, so the vents is the only thing that I've seen that you can actually make from the very beginning now. You used to be able to do a bunch of other things, but apparently not. Now you gotta go find those items. Alright, go ahead and back out.
Okay.
So that's the premise of the game, really. You're just gonna go find these items you need to build these things. Now, I didn't show you what you needed to find, because I'll just point those things out as we go to play a practice run as an idea of what you're looking for.
Okay.
I think here we did hideout, trading, character. What is your account name?
Obi-Wan 362. Obviously.
I'm gonna send you a friend request.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go down to Messenger.
Others.
Go up to the top there where it says friends.
Yep.
And should be able to accept. Yep, there you go. Now, basically, instead of having to look for you when we go to do a raid with either a scab or your main character, I won't have to have you search. There's a search function basically in the game. It's a looking for group.
Okay.
You would used to, if you didn't have somebody as a friend on here, you would have to go through that, and they'd have to search through that list to find you. Now
Gotcha.
you're just a friend, and now all you gotta do is just, invite them that way. So I'll invite you here in just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Do I gotta go to escape? Okay. Alright, well, let's do that here. You gotta go to escape from Tarkov now.
So you're not. We don't do the invite from here.
No, apparently not. Well, maybe I can.
So at the bottom, there's a little plus next to the hideout.
See, I've never done this before. I've never. Oh, there we go. You're right. Alright, yep, I invited you. There you go. Now you're already in here. We're ready to go here. So we're gonna go to escape from Tarkov.
I'm going to get shot a lot.
Shoot. is your escape from Tarkov blanked out?
Nope.
No, could you click on it?
Oh, sorry. It's darkened. There's only the leader
Yeah.
can start the game.
Okay, because I'm the leader. Alright. Well, here, I'm gonna get out of the party here for a second here. Because I want to show you this, what you do. Go to the Escape from Tarkov now.
Okay.
So this is the screen that you're gonna see whenever you if you were to do this on your own, because I've never actually been the leader of any party group. So and the party group system too is also new a little bit. They changed it so you can be in the group at any time instead of having to go in through all this screen here.
Mm-hmm.
And my guess is if I go to pick PMC, you'll have your PMC picked as well, because obviously there's two different things here.
Probably.
So your PMC. Okay, so to explain this, Tarkov is a very brutal game. If you die with the stuff that you have on your PMC right now, it's gone. It's completely gone.
Right.
Because another player might take that stuff. But there is something called insurance. So go ahead and click on your PMC and then click next.
Okay.
Go ahead and click any map. I don't care what map you click.
The lab. Seems like a
Don't-
bad idea.
Don't do the lab, because you'll be required to have a key card and it won't take you to the screen I need you to go to. Okay, click next. Okay, click next again.
Okay.
Yep, just click next again. Because I'm going to show you what this screen here is going to show you. So here's the screen that would give you insurance. So you have a couple people, I believe, that you can have your stuff insured to. You insure your stuff to therapists, you get your stuff back faster. I believe, no. Yeah, I think it's faster, but it is less time for you to get the stuff from her inventory. So basically, they have a time limit of like, okay, we went and found your stuff. They
Okay.
bring it back and they'll keep it for a certain amount of time. After that, they'll say, they'll send you a little message and it'll say something like, I don't know, we couldn't keep your stuff any longer. You're out of luck.
Okay.
But if you do Prapper, he keeps your stuff for a longer period of time, but it's a little more expensive. So I would always do Prapper over Therapist.
Okay.
So this the idea here is to insure your stuff. I think at the beginning, I don't know if people play it differently here, because some people might go and say, oh, it's early wipe, there's no use in insuring stuff, and some people will go, oh, it's early wipe, so maybe you should insure stuff because you're going to be dying a lot. So that's basically just that screen there. We're going to back out of here. We'll do all that then once I get into our party here again.
Okay.
And we're going to go back to where you see the scab and the PMC.
Okay. I can hear. Okay.
Okay. So like I said, your PMC can lose things to other players,
Mm-hmm.
but comes back with insurance. But now they've added a third problem with this patch. So the scavs, the AI scavs in the game, they now have the ability to not only pick up anything off of your body, but they can switch their stuff, like their rig, their weapon, anything. They can now switch it and put it on themselves. If they do that, then you don't get your stuff back through insurance, because it's the same thing as another
As a player
taking
taking it.
your stuff. Yep.
Okay.
That's a new change, and I don't know how I feel about that quite yet, because I haven't seen that issue occur yet. Now we're going to look at the scav. Now, the scav is going to be randomized every single time. The scav is going to have anything that's on him. If I'm correct in remembering, they haven't changed the scav at all over the last couple patches.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one patch where they said, okay, with the new scav karma system, which I'll explain out here in just a second here, the lower your scav karma, the less of a good gun you're going to have on the next rotation of your scav.
Okay.
Essentially, they'll I think it's something like they give you a lot of shotguns. Like there's a 6 barrel, Yeah, there's a barrel shotgun. Basically, it has 6 shots in it. It's really crappy. Uh, there's a single shot like lever action rifle they'll give you, or there's the double barrel shotgun, and they're really crappy guns for a reason. It's so you're encouraged to not kill other scavs as a scav. Um, the reason is that they brought that system into the game was because people were just killing each other at this point. It was just becoming infuriating. So you're basically, when you played as a scav, because it was like a free run, you didn't lose anything important.
Right.
Everyone just kept killing each other. So then it's kind of like, okay, well that's not healthy for the game.
Mm-hmm.
So now as a scav, you're encouraged not to kill other scavs, and if you don't, and you get out of the raid, your scav karma increases. Now, there's a lot of other things that can also increase your scav karma as well. If you kill a PMC as a scav, increases it. If you kill a scav that has killed other scavs, increases it. But if you do something along the lines of, I don't know, shoot one of the bosses, because there's a couple bosses in the game, like Gluhar or his boys,
Right.
you're losing a single point. Because the game does it by, 0.01, 0.02, what have you, 0.10 maybe, before you reach like a singular 1 point. It goes up to 6 points. You can go higher than that, but at 6, basically every scav and every scav boss will sort of listen to you eventually, and won't shoot on sight. The bosses will always shoot on sight until you reach 6 karma. That could take a long time, so we're not really worried about that. So we just want to stay away from any bosses that may spawn, because funny enough, just earlier I died as a scav to what I thought was a PMC. No, it was Gluhar, and he was just running along and turned around and immediately shot me.
As you do.
Fun times. So that's basically all a scav really is. Keep increasing the karma, and you get also more exits. So each map has different sets of exits you can take. Some maps will always have the same amount of exits no matter your karma level, because that's fair. That's the fair outcome of that. Because there might be some small maps versus larger maps.
Gotcha.
That's really about it. They could spawn with some good stuff too. Like if you get out of the raid and they have like I think there's a rare chance of you getting it's not a Reap IR, it's I think it's called a Valde scope.
Okay.
They're really good. They're really good scopes. You could also get good spawns on like in their backpack or in their pockets. Like you can find like some of the stims in the game. You can find lab cards, so you can actually go to labs. What's some of the other rare stuff I've seen? I think some people have spawned with like some of the really rare cards that you can get in the game. Like there's a violet card that's really rare. I think you could get those to spawn on scavs, but it's so rare that I don't think I've ever seen it really ever happen. If that ever happens, you would want to run out of the raid like really fast. Like get out of there. Because if somebody sees you and they go, "Oh, what do you have?" and they feel like killing you, yeah, you're kind of screwed out of that one. That's a lot of money. That's like 2 million rubles worth.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and back out completely, and I'll get you in here. I'll invite you.
Accept.
Alright. So we're going to do PMC, and we're just going to do a custom match of our own here so I can teach you some things. We're going to do 2 maps here, and then we're going to go do probably a scav, and then 1 full PMC run. These things can take anywhere from, I think, let me think here. Streets of Tarkov has the longest timer in the game, which is 50 minutes. You get 50 minutes to be in the raid, and then you got to get out before that timer's up. All the maps have a timer that's set. So they also have a daytime and a nighttime cycle. So that's why you see 17 and you see 5. 5 is early morning, 17's during the day. So we're going to do a nice 17 because it's 5 o'clock. I've got enable practice mode on and co-op mode, and we're going to do... Let's do... We'll do a high amount now. We'll do a medium amount of AI scavs and make them medium to give you an idea of how hard this could be. Alright, next. You have to ready up then. Yep.
Okay.
Let me get a good look at this screen. I've never actually seen this screen. This is all new to me because I haven't played in a party in a while. Oh, this is quite different. There are weather conditions for the maps too sometimes. You might spawn into a map, and there's lots of servers, so like, you get different effects around the, whatever's happening on any of those servers, you know? So like, I don't know, I could connect to some server that's in Texas or whatever. It might be raining. Like in the game, not in real life, but in the game.
No, I gotcha.
Rain. That sound, the noise of the rain, affects your hearing. And it's loud.
Cool.
That's the other thing I forgot to tell you about, the settings. There are post-effect settings you can turn on here. We'll probably do that in the game so you can actually see these effects. And then, you'll have to learn the keys on your own, really. I'll tell you what keys you click and do some of the basic stuff, but otherwise, it's best just to learn on your own for that kind of thing as you play. Because they have so many key button, combines, and I actually don't have the regular setup of keys anymore, because I customize my own.
Right, yeah, I mean, if you're playing for a while, then I would kind of expect that to be the case.
So I won't be able to help you with certain things like crouch. I don't remember what the original crouch button is anymore.
See?
I have that. Yeah, I have that all on my mouse, because my mouse has extra buttons on it.
I would have thought about it. I would have found my MMO mouse for this.
That actually is probably really worth it at this point. I would also suggest, if you ever do anything like this kind of game, get a wireless mouse. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Logitech is quite good, actually.
Yeah, they're a lot better than they used to be. But my current mouse is a wireless Logitech.
Nice.
Yeah. Crouch. C.
Is it C?
Yeah, the little, like, scrolling thing here is popped up. It was like, crouch is C.
Yeah, my C is go prone.
Hmm. So it's kind of like a crouch.
So the wind right now actually might sound really loud, but this is kind of what you want to hear if your sound is where it should be. So we're going to go ahead and click escape. And then go all the way down to the right corner to see settings.
Uh-huh.
And we're just going to mess around with the graphics a little bit. And this will be your own personal preference. So just take a quick look at it real quick. I'll tell you what I have. If you want to mimic these settings, you can. The overall visibility I have at 2000, and that's basically the only difference from yours so far that I can see. And then HBAO, you can turn that off. I don't actually know what that's going to do. SSR, I have at high. You have a 3090, don't you?
No, it's a 3070.
Well, that's still pretty good. That's better than what I have.
That's 3070.
My sharpness is only 0.7. And everything else you have is pretty much A-okay. You could take off the noise and the chrome aberrations. And go up to post effects. That's the middle button then. Yeah. Enable post effects. You check the box up there, yeah. So these are different things that I have. I have brightness at 15, and these things you can mess with at any time here if you really don't feel like it looks good after a while here. You can visualize it when you're done. So saturation at 35.
Okay.
There you go. Clarity at 75.
Okay.
Colorfulness at 25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 0 for the Luma sharpen.
Okay.
Adaptive sharpen at 75.
Okay.
Okay, and then the color grading should be feather.
Feather.
Intensity at 0.
Okay.
No colorblind mode, and that intensity is also at 0. You can visualize that, get a good look at it. Look a lot better. Like, is stuff colorful? Is it bright? Is it popping out on you?
It's very bright. Oh.
Very bright. Okay. You can turn down the brightness if you need to as well.
What's this at 15? Where was it at?
Be aware you definitely want to be able to see people, so
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll leave it be.
Okay. And then all you gotta do is apply.
Yep.
And then hit save. We'll go do sound here in a second.
Hit save. Where's oh
Yep,
my mic was blocking that.
Okay, now go back into your settings there for a second. We're going to look at sound for just a second.
Okay, in there.
Okay, so go to interface there and turn that down to 20.
Okay.
And turn your chat volume all the way up to 100. Chat volume is related to the VoIP system. So you have VoIP enabled, which means that when you're playing the game, another player can speak to you, but it'll be, what do they call that? There's a proximity. It'll be proximity voice, so somebody's going to have to scream if they're far away. And you'll be able to hear them in the game itself. But that's all that is. You want that on definitely, because you want to be able to talk to people, because you want to be able to say, hey, look, I'm just trying to do this, you know, yada, yada, yada. If you want to, you know, mess with them a little bit, you know, you can always do that. I was told to turn binaural audio off. That's because the audio in this game is absolute trash.
Okay.
And then you want to do music volume at 10. Because I knew that music was pretty loud in the menu there. And that's about it then. But save that. I'm just going to warn you right now. The game is loud. But
Cool.
you're going to want it to be loud. Because when you're shooting a bullet, you want to be able to hear everyone else's bullets yourself. You want to be able to hear footsteps. And you want to be able to hear any other sounds that are coming out around you. Because if you don't, that's how you're going to die.
Great.
So, to give you an example of how loud this might be,
Hear you walking.
maybe, yeah, so you can hear me walking. Now, hear a gunshot right next to you here. That loud?
That wasn't too bad.
Just imagine that at full auto, though. Alright, so, here on this map, this is customs. This used to be the first map they would usually send you to. I'm sending you to this map because it actually was my first map, and it makes sense to do that, in my opinion. Yep, so you get a jump with a space bar. If you click Q or E, you lean,
Okay.
and you're gonna always want to lean with something like this here. So I can jump up here, get up here, crouch, lean over, and you can see out.
Right.
Don't lean to your left outside of over here because for some reason the body leans too far out to the left. The issue with this is because in real life I'm right-handed.
Right.
In the game, you're right-handed.
Yeah.
If you were left-handed, that would be lean to the left then. So that makes sense, real life-wise.
Mm-hmm.
It's also because they just haven't implemented, anything to fix that issue or change that.
Haven't implemented the ability to be
Yeah,
left-handed.
yeah, and they're going to do that in the future, actually. They have said that before. Press the tab button. That opens up your inventory. You press it again to close it. 1, 2, and 3 at the top there of your keyboard will give you, not F1, not F2, just 1, 2, and 3 on the number pad there. Can switch your weapons if you have any other weapons.
So don't.
Basically, when you get a secondary weapon, that'd be the one on your back, that'll automatically go to one of those numbers. Now, the other numbers, though, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 0, well, those can be any of your medical things. So what you do, and you can't do it from inside of your pouch. They have to be in your inventory itself. So when you take the item out of your pouch, it goes right to your inventory, and then you press a number over top of that item, and then you can actually make that for any of those numbers.
Okay.
So it's a quick hit button basically.
Right.
They've also changed now that some items, such as, I don't know, the Salewa, for example, if you have that numbered, you can then hold the number that you have that on. Like, let's say you have it as 5. Hold 5, and then there's a drop-down bar. This is new now. It'll come down. This is when you have it out of your, when you have it numbered. So you'd have to take your Salewa out of your pouch.
Okay.
And then put it in your inventory, and then number it. We're not worried about that, because that's, in my opinion, that's too advanced even for me. I'm not used to that yet. I don't think anybody is. That just came in this patch, because that's a new thing. It'll have a drop-down bar where you can click any of the limbs you want. It's fast and easy, instead of having to open your inventory and drag it over to your character.
Gotcha.
Now, I want to explain dragging over to your character real quick. So, open up your inventory.
Okay.
And then up the top there will be a health option.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you would usually do it. You would see your health there, and then you would drag the item over there, or just use the item. The item itself can now be double tapped for a quick use, and will go to the lowest or the highest damaged limb, I should say. So if my leg was the highest damaged leg at the time, it'll automatically heal that one for me.
Okay.
I'm looking for something here in my settings real quick. Where the heck is it? Go to your settings real quick.
Okay.
And in game, should be a health condition. Yeah. Go to the health condition there and put on always shown. And change your health color scheme to polychrome.
Okay.
Okay, now go ahead and save. And then back out of that. Okay, you see at the top left corner of your screen?
Yep.
That's you. Any of those body parts can be blacked out. That means it won't be green, it'll be grayish black. indicating that your limb has been blacked out. In that instance, if your limb is blacked out, let's say your left arm and your right arm is blacked out, that means your aim is going to be like way off. Your legs, for example, will make you limp. Your stomach makes your energy contents drain faster.
Okay.
Essentially, imagine if your guts just fell out.
Yeah. I understand the concept.
Yeah, your thorax, um, it just makes your character huff and puff a lot.
Right.
But basically, getting damaged like a lot will make your character huff and puff, but you won't be able to fix the thorax ever, which makes your character huff and puff, which means people can hear that. And your head, this is the obvious thing.
You
Any
die.
video game does this. Get shot in the head. If you lose all your health points for the head, you're dead. It could be one tap. It could be two tap. Your helmet could ricochet bullets. You'd be lucky if that happens, but it might protect your head.
Okay. Okay. Nope. I've lost you again.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, whatever button on your keyboard checks your mag will check your mag. What that does is it shows you how much you have in your mag. But the game does it in a sort of willful ignorance, in a sense. It won't tell you a number. It just tells you nearly full, full, or partial full, or whatever the words it uses.
Reloading!
um, and that basically doesn't really give you a number. It just doesn't give you a number. You have to know what's in your magazine.
Gotcha.
If you have 30 rounds in your mag, you better know you have 30 rounds in that mag. Let's see here. Aim is obvious, right. Left is shoot. Oh, if you hold in, I believe it is your middle mouse button, you should be able to look around. Let's see you do that, I think.
Yeah.
Can you do
Okay.
that? Yep, you can look around. So if you're running along, like, let's say you're doing this. Oh, you can look to your left and you can look to your right. So that's really nice. Let's see here. What else is good to know? Obviously, WASD is the run. You can go prone. Whatever button lets you do that on your keyboard. I don't know what button lets you do that, so you'll have to figure that out. B for me is to switch between full auto and single fire. Some guns have burst fire. I'm sorry, letter B as in
Yeah.
the bumblebee.
Found it.
There you go. Obviously, think about real life for a sec here. When you're shooting, like an example like this, there's recoil.
Yep.
That lets you then shoot single fire and get a good aim on people.
Right.
There is aim punch in the game. So if you're getting hit really hard, your screen's gonna go wham, like
Right.
your character's just gonna go all over the place. People want that out of the game. It's unrealistic, it's stupid, and nobody gets shot in real life and just immediately, jerks their gun, or whatever, in that sense. Eventually that will probably disappear at the game. Let me think what else here is good to show you. Oh, there's a chaff shooting. Can you die, Scav? Please? Sheesh. And that's a Scav. Oh, that's an AI Scav. So this would be a good time to show you how to loot things. You go through the character and you press the F button.
Okay.
I
Aha.
lovely how, yeah, it's... Okay, so you search a bag, if they had one.
Mm-hmm.
But you can search their tactical rig and their pockets. You just click on it, basically. Click the search button. Yep. And your character will search. This is a skill that gets leveled up over time in the game.
Basically, just do it
allows you
faster.
Yeah, so you do it faster, and that's basically it. That's all it really does, is get stuff faster. Then you get to look at all their stuff. You could scroll down, scroll up, yada yada yada, look at their entire inventory. They might have something good on them, they might not. Players are the ones you usually want to kill because they're probably the ones that oh, I'm bleeding out. Well, I'm gonna kill you here real quick because we're gonna run out of time.
Good.
And I'm gonna back out here. There's time limits, like I said, in the raids, so we were kind of out of time there anyways.
Yeah, I saw that on the top.
So this is essentially the screen you're gonna see when you die.
Cool.
At the bottom there, you see there's experience. You'll get your experience for whatever you end up killing. I killed 3 scabs? Who did I kill? I killed...
You thought it was
Oh,
just the
no.
one. I mean, it was.
Nope, that's weird. That's from the last raid. That should be there. That's weird.
Updates are weird.
Alright, go ahead and click next. And that's this screen here. It'll show you the player, the time you died at in the raid,
Mm-hmm.
their level, their faction, that would be Bear or USEC, and status of how you died. Go ahead and click next. This here gives you an even more detailed report of how you died.
Okay.
And go ahead and click next.
Killed in action, no experience. Cool.
Yep, go ahead and click next. You're back on the menu there that I can see. This game's a little slow when it comes to getting back to menus. It's different for everybody. I don't think it has to do with whatever PC parts you're running. It's just slow sometimes. There's also been a really random bug in the game that makes your game go all stuttery.
Okay.
Sounds and everything will go stuttery, but then it'll completely disappear as soon as you get back to like the menu.
Feels problematic in a game that prides itself on being far too realistic and.
Well, that's the nice part about it being a beta. But when the game releases, which should fairly be in the next 3 years, I kind of hope that is fixed. So let's hope it is fixed. Alright, let's get back to customs here. We're going to do 8 o'clock. Enable practice mode. And we'll have you get ready.
Okay.
Alright then. And then I will shove you across the map, basically, you know, where we gotta go, and show you things of what we do. Hopefully kill some enemies. trying to think of anything else here that I need to tell you. There's so many different mechanics to this game. It's sometimes hard to keep up even with professional players.
I see. Yeah, it looks fairly intense.
It is incredibly intense, especially when you make the wrong move. If anything, I would recommend checking out some other like decent streamers and stuff for Tarkov.
Mm-hmm.
Example, somebody like Pastilli. He's been playing the game for like I don't know how many years now, but he's like an ex-marine in like Australia who like streams now, and he plays basically nothing but Tarkov. And some of the stuff that he does, I cannot fathom how he does it.
Yeah. So anytime I watch a streamer who, even if they're not professional, even if they just played a lot, I'm like, I don't know how you're doing
Yeah,
this.
but it's also good too if you watch those guys, you can learn something. I've learned a lot of things from watching them do
Mm-hmm.
stuff that I've never done before. I've learned different tactics. There's a great YouTuber Jesse Kazam. He's great to learn the maps because he also does things like he has a segment that I don't know what he calls it anymore because I haven't watched it in a while. But he basically uses his own clips of where he died, and he then explains why did that happen? What did he do wrong that made that situation worse?
Right.
So it's always good to look at those moments and go, okay, this is a good teaching moment. All right, cool, same spot. All right, so let's get the moving here. Shift is to run, by the way.
Yep. Figured that out last time.
And I believe left alt also, when you aim, also holds your breath, so you can aim better. So Tarkov, customs, for example, is a fairly sized map. So the things you're looking for on this map, for example, are specific locations. Over there, for example, is the garage. In there could be like toolboxes and a couple of other things. Now, every item now is not only randomized, but so are the locations for like those same like containers and stuff. So like the
I
old
found
stuff,
milk.
the old way we used to play, we used to go to certain locations for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Those things may not be there now each raid. So you can pick up this thing like this milk here. Hello? Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Where'd you go, little buddy?
I heard it.
It's to your right, I think. Oh, yeah, yes, he's over there to the right. I think I got that one. So they can be pretty aggressive, the AI scavs. We used to think that they were pretty, like, dangerous, but as you play the game, you're just gonna figure out that you're just bad. That's all it is, you're just bad. So something like this is a technical container. This has supplies like motors, maybe it has a car thing. There's nothing in there. That's really screwed. This over here is another technical supply crate. This one's usually always here. This has a green battery in it. I might need that for something later.
Okay.
So that's the kind of stuff you're looking for. You're looking for those kind of containers. This, for example, this building here, we call this crack house. Because it looks like a crack house.
I don't know why you'd say that. All this looks fine to me.
So go ahead and open this up here. This is a container I had.
Oh.
Behind you. Yep. This will give you an example of what you're doing. You're searching, and you'll pick those items you want out of there if you want them.
Okay.
I can't tell you what you're necessarily looking for. I would say everything basically would be the idea when you're going through these things. If you're going through a normal raid that's not a practice raid, everything. Pick up everything. There are certain items that are much more rare, like a tetraz, for example, like a little rectangle, white little rectangle.
Wrong one.
So something like that's a little rare. You won't find that inside like the medical container, but that's a piece of technology. You might find it somewhere. If that's a rare item, you would probably want to switch that out with something you already have on your person.
Is it Tetraz?
Yep, tetraz.
Okay.
Another item you might want to look out for is jackets. So you just, like example, come in here. Jackets house a lot of the keys in the game. If you really want a key, it's probably going to be inside of a jacket. But you probably want to go to the map that you want the specific keys for in order to get those keys. So, for example, this one didn't have keys in it, but it had matches. And that's a crafting item that you'll need for other things. Don't worry about picking any of this stuff up then, because it won't come along with you since it's a practice raid. This here is a container that would have anything in it. It could have anything in it, really, or it could have nothing in it.
But it's got squash in it. And salt.
A can of squash at that. Go out here. Can I leave it, please? Thank you. Okay. Head upstairs. Filing cabinets are a great place to also look for keys, as well as other items that don't normally spawn anywhere else in the game. Something like a car manual. That's going to be in there. And each drawer is its own looting place, so if you really wanted to, you can go through all those, but you don't have to.
Okay.
So, head out here. Ah, see, now you see windows here?
Uh-huh.
Anybody can see you from here. So that building that's all the way over there?
Yep.
Yeah, they can see you. If they're looking. So something like here would be an example of a place where you can find specific things, if they haven't changed it. Again, it's all randomized. It may not appear, it may also appear. Here I would look for something like, I don't know, painkillers, or it might
Found a
have
cat.
sleigh with. Oh, you found some? Oh, there we go then.
Yeah. Found a cat.
So something like that would be like for a heavy bleed. If you have a heavy bleed, you can use that and get rid of it. Oh, cool, I found a golden star. Alright, so, here's what I want you to do now. I want you to double tap the O on your keyboard. Letter O.
Okay. Find an extraction point.
That's going to be your extraction points that you can go to. Each time you spawn in for each round, you'll have different exit locations. Where we spawned is sort of in the middle of the map in a sense. So you can have it on the left or the right. If you spawned on the left side of the map, oh boy. That scared me.
Yeah, I noticed. Is he dead?
That scav kicked in that door. I did not know he could do that. That might be something new now they can do.
Why wouldn't he be able to do that? We can do that.
Because scavs, I think, are a little more aggressive now. They now roam in packs. But they're also just god aimers. So let's head over here to the middle here.
It's almost like their PCs.
A little more than an NPC. I'd call them literal bots at this point. They turn on you so easily. So something like this area, we call this Alamo, because it's in the middle of the map and this is where everybody goes. At least not anymore. The new location that everybody goes to is dorms. That's a highly contested area because there's like so many like missions there. Hey, nobody's up here. this here is a medical supply crate, so you can find anything from a car kit. That'd be a like the Salewa.
Mm-hmm.
It's a first aid kit. Vitamins. You got TP in here, toilet paper, heavy bleed heal, and you got a bottle of saline solution. There's also more items, obviously, than just those things. There's not like that limited. What you're in right there is a ration supply box that can have any sort of food in there, and water.
Why is this one so show unknown? That's weird.
So go ahead and click, I believe, your middle mouse button over top of that.
Huh.
Yep, it'll show you the item. There are some items you will need to actually manually look at. It gives you looting and experience points for doing the same thing. This is not supposed to be here, so this is a new location. Interesting. Okay.
Technical supply crate. Oh my gosh. Batteries plus bulbs.
Oh, cool. If this was an actual match, I just found fuel. So there's different types of fuel in the game. There's only two, really. There's the small square blue tank, and then you got the larger grayish tank that takes up more space. And basically, those will be used for like your generator when you get the build that. All right, so let's do something a little bold here. We're gonna go down this.
I was putting an awful lot of faith in my ability to walk.
So another area here will be inside of here. This is just a weapon box. You could find a weapon inside a weapon box, or you might not. There's not always weapons inside of weapon boxes. There's parts. There's also other things you can get out of there as well.
Sugar!
I'm just looking for things at this point.
Ooh, a shotgun.
Yeah, you got the general gist of what you need to do. You need to look through multiple various different things. For somebody like you who's new, and including myself who's coming back, I don't know where everything is anymore because, well, everybody does it now. They've switched up locations for things, so I can't guarantee you finding things. Looks like you could just go to the usual normal locations like this, for example. You might find something still, so that's good news. Alright, so let's head out the door here. So something like this is a very open spot, so you want to use a little bit of tactics when you're coming out here on this particular map, for example. There could be people over there by the train.
Mm-hmm.
And there could be people over here to the left by construction site.
Right.
It's called construction site for obvious reasons. It looks like a building that's in construction right now, and it's obvious that that's a train.
Yes.
It's fairly obvious stuff that the people are naming these things. Now, not everybody calls this Alamo. I've heard people call this different things over time. I don't really know what to call it anymore, but I call it Alamo, just because that was the one I heard a lot. It's also
Right.
in the middle of the map. So let's move on here. Oh, by the way, when you do crouch and you do lay on the ground, you do use stamina when you get back up.
Yep, I see that now.
Oh, dear God.
Ooh.
That guy is dead.
Oh,
Oh, I got him. Keep an eye on him. I'm gonna run in there.
Oh, oh, goody. Lost my arm. My head is in the yellow.
So you have a heavy bleed on. So open up your inventory.
Okay.
Use that cat. Right click it.
Yep.
Or double tap it, I should say now. That's probably the better option nowadays. Who knows how well that'll pan out. So now that your left arm is broken, I'm the only one in here, so don't shoot. I think they're all dead now. I'm coming back out. Go ahead and open up your inventory again. And you're going to use your CMS kit now.
Okay.
Do you notice something about when you use the CMS kit? You can't move?
I didn't even try. I kind of assumed I would be able to, but cool.
So this is one of those situations that you need to repair your body and your limbs. Back off. Just back off as far as you can go. Pop a painkiller, keep running, and get out of there. And then repair your limbs. The reason is because obviously you will get shot. Whoa,
Oh, frick.
jeez. Is that sniper scav? That's sniper scav.
Where you at?
I got him.
Okay, great.
So right there and straight in front of where I'm aiming, those two towers there,
Yep.
that's sniper scav's location. There's a second sniper scav that's just a little ways down. Actually, he's going to be on top of a building. So I come over here. That's a great way to get across without having to go through gas station, for example. Let me jump over that. So we're gonna head to the ZB11, which is across the map over here. We only got 9 minutes left.
Oh shit, I'm fucking hit!
Cool.
But I heal. I would advise not yelling.
Yes, I did assume that, but I figured since this was a practice one, it didn't really matter.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? We're gonna get a ZB12 here.
Oh,
but
I saw something
follow
move.
me over here. Saw something. Oh, is it at the top there? This is where the other sniper scav is. It's on top of this building here.
No, I saw it down
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 there.
past the train,
Okay.
but boxcars, whatever.
Yep, there's definite scavs here because they do spawn here. Okay. You stay there. I'll be right back. Hey, there's a scabby boy. Excuse me?
Huh?
I'm hearing another scab to my right. Where is Scabby Boy at?
Ooh, ooh. I thought that was you. It wasn't you.
Nope. Uh-oh. I'm coming as fast as I can. I got him. So this is where precision aiming, that'd be only you really, is what's gonna make that a lot better. Alright,
Okay.
I'm coming right back to you. You can do things like eventually you can modify your gun to have like a grip on it or better stock. Some of that stuff will make things a lot easier. Okay,
Okay.
you have a heavy bleed, so use a Calo 3. And then go ahead and start using your sleigh weapon. wonder if you will die here. Keep using your Salewa, yep.
Yep.
See, this is where the whole taking it out of your pouch and then putting it on your person itself and then numbering it does have tactical advantage. Is it necessary all the time? Not really. If you can back off and always keep stuff in your pouch, it's always fine too.
I think my head is dead.
You can actually reattach your head if you use a CMS kit, but we're not going to worry about that.
Okay.
So come on out of here. We'll make our way over to ZB12.
Good thing I didn't need that arm anymore.
So be careful here. There is barbed wire. Go along the wall there. Yep.
Bumped it.
Go around. Yeah, it's okay if you bump it. It's a little dark down here.
This wheezing, sir.
That's that wheezing I was referring to. Anybody can hear that, really. I can't hear that for some reason. I guess you must not be doing it.
Huh.
And that's essentially what a successful raid will look like.
So it's literally get in, find as much as you can, get out.
Yep. And complete tasks if you can as well. Some tasks might require you, though, you might have to go find a key, so that means you just won't be doing any tasks, you'll be going in looking for a key.
Least damaged area, head. I don't think that's true.
When your limbs are also blacked out as well, if a bullet then hits your head, it now does damage to all your limbs.
Ah.
Yep.
That explains why I started going south real fast.
Alright, let me think, what else is there to teach you here? The flea market does exist, but you won't be reaching level 15. You have to reach level 15 in order to use the flea market. That's basically, think Final Fantasy 14, for example. They have a open market that you can post things on.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what that is. Can't post everything on there. Because some things aren't allowed on there because other things are just, you know, too good, if you will.
Right.
So you can't have everybody buying the too good. Because there was a patch in a time when I came in and played when you could buy Gen 4 armor, like full body Gen 4 armor.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was just buying that kind of stuff over and over again. The best ammo, the best guns, and then just tanking everything. So the best option they did for a few patches back was, okay, let's just keep some of this stuff out of the flea market, and we'll adjust that as time goes on. Let me think here. Let's go do a scav. That was the other thing I wanted to try and show you. And this will get you real experience then.
So
we're gonna
if
go do. Oh, sorry.
so, playing as a scav, what is the benefit for that?
So you want to go find items, or you need cash for your PMC, so you can buy things from traders or buy things from the flea market. It's best to go do scav. It's free. You don't lose anything from it, and you can get a bunch of items and come out and sometimes be really rich.
Okay, so you do get to keep your items even though you're not
You
playing
get to
as your
keep
main
your
character.
items. Yep.
Okay.
There's also a thing later on that's in the hideout. If you get really far, it's called the scab box. Basically, you just send out a non-existent scab, if you will, and eventually a timer runs down and you'll get stuff back. Depends on how much you put into it, though, because you have to put money into it, and there's like 3 different item options you can put into it as well. The higher the item and the higher the money means you have the potential to get better loot.
Gotcha.
But there's a trade-off there. You may not always get better loot. So you just wasted, like, example, moonshine,
Mm-hmm.
which is really hard to come by. You just wasted a moonshine because you didn't get anything good from it.
Okay.
And same goes for cash, and cash is sometimes sparse. So we'll go do. I'm gonna really thrust you into this one here. Let's go do reserve. We'll go do daytime reserve. So I'll just simply have you follow me when you get into the map. Or when we get into the map, I should say.
Oh boy. All right. I'm sure this will be fine.
I'm gonna recommend not immediately shooting everybody, obviously because you're a scav. You don't want to shoot other player scavs, and you don't want to shoot regular scavs. That's just gonna be one-way ticket to being dead.
Cool.
Because then once you shoot one scav, they all aggro on you.
You're assuming that I would actually hit them.
And if you die immediately upon getting in here, that might be because Gluhar and the boys are there. That's one of the big bosses in the game. Each map technically has a boss. Some don't, I believe. Labs doesn't have a boss. Customs has Rashala and the boys. So basically, when I say the boys, I mean they're his guards.
Right.
Usually they're packing something heavy, but there's a different scale at which who's harder than the other. The Gluhar is harder to kill than Rashala because Gluhar's wearing some heavy armor and probably also packing. So
Gotcha.
Customs has him. Streets of Tarkov has a new boss that I think just got released today. He has the first light machine gun, PKM. Also apparently has boys with him. So that's good to hear. Lighthouse has. So Lighthouse has a couple different things. They have the rogues, which are ex-USEC. And then on top of that, there may also be a spawn of what are they called? The Goon Squad. So the Goon Squad is, I would say they're the hardest in the entire game. Because they got three different play styles basically. One that's a long range and I mean, long range. You think he's out of your sights? You're not. You're not out of
Cool.
his sights. And they all chase you down. The Goon Squad is probably up there with Luhar and Killa, because those guys will chase you down. They're just a lot worse than those other two, because they'll chase you through across entire maps. The other guy is just a sort of regular on the ground, and then the other one is just a really aggressive one that flanks you. Killa's on interchange. He's aggressive. He runs at you, and that's the scary part. He runs at you.
Okay.
Tagilla's even scarier than Killa, though. He really runs at you, and he has a sledgehammer.
Good.
He's on factory. Who else? Streets, interchange. Might be somebody else I'm missing here. Nope, that might be it actually. Here on reserve, you have Luhar, but you also have Raiders, which are sort of like the rogues, but they're a mix of both scavs and I guess USEC units or whatever.
Okay.
Now, they're all just as dangerous because they're all like higher like level type. You know, they're gonna kill you. You know, they're gonna kill you.
Everything's gonna kill me. It's fine.
I'm surprised we're getting in here right now because reserve is like notorious for like really slow on the beginning of
Ooh,
lights.
all right. Where are
You
you?
got in before I did. Give me a second. Oh no.
That's fine. It's probably fine. It's probably not fine.
Hotness. 11? Ooh. Right on time, actually. Oh, neat. I spawned in a different area. Hold on, I'm coming to you.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna sit here and cry.
PSGS, that's good. Oh, rubber banding. That's great.
Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna sit here next to this light.
Yep, you're good. I'm coming.
Nothing has ever gone wrong.
Oh, your scav also has extra stuff that he can level up as well. Like the PMC has the same things, so you have to play as your scav in order to level those things up. Like vitality,
Okay.
same thing. You have to play as your scav, get shot a lot, yada yada yada.
Cool.
I think I'm coming to you now.
So ideally, right before you exit, you would have people shoot you until you were just nearly dead.
It just shoot you in the leg once. That's about it, really. That's enough. Because like real life, bullets will ricochet throughout your body. Sometimes they do that in the game as well.
Okay. Makes sense.
I think I'm coming down the right hallway now.
So
There you go.
don't shoot
Oh,
you.
I got rubber banded. See me now?
Yep.
Okay, let's go out this way. We got
Down this
about.
green hallway.
Oh no. Let's see here. Yep, right there.
Ooh, what are you doing, mouse?
Okay. There's no glue har.
Serpentine, serpentine.
Ну что, плохой
Ooh.
день, господа.
Oh, hello? Somebody gonna be shooting us here? Basically, what I try to go here on reserve is down to the D2 bunker.
Okay.
I don't have a clue where that shot came from. Was that you that shot?
Nope.
Good to know.
Like I say, whenever I accidentally shoot, I will call it out.
Everybody's already looting everything, or there was just no loot here from the
Ooh.
get. Oh, that was. I think that was one of those. There's turrets around the map, so people are using them. Where you at here?
I'm
Loading?
back here.
Okay, there you are. There you are. Okay. That's good. This way.
You what?
Oh boy. There's still a lot of sound going on here, so I'm wondering if it's PMCs.
Ooh.
I got rubber banded. Yep, rubber banded.
Ooh.
That was him. Yep, shoot him.
Oh, frick, I got stuck on the door? What the? I'm dead.
It's okay. Ooh, I killed a PMC.
Headshot.
I just died as well. So whom did I just die to, though? Ah. So you know when you die to a PMC because they're gonna have a yellow name, but sometimes they don't always have a yellow name. So they'll have a white name, but it'll be obvious it's a PMC.
Okay.
So you just died to a PMC.
Cool. That's fine. Whatever.
Well, that's unsatisfying.
Limbs lost. 1. Least damaged area. Thorax. Kilometers traveled. Half.
All right, let's see here.
Good. Super promising.
All right, let's go lose some stuff on our PMC. That's what we always say. So we're gonna do our PMC this time. We're gonna do this on.
Joy.
What should we do this on?
Can't wait to lose all the stuff that I worked so hard to buy. Ooh.
Well, I need 2 shotguns. I need Salewas. Where's the best place to go for that? I get. You know what? Let's just go customs. Let's just go regular customs. Customs is always like some of the worst when it comes to some of the stuff. Yep. Okay. Ensure all. Select number 2 there. Select
Yep.
all items. And then go to ensure. The button that's down by ready, back, and next.
That's so expansive.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then click next. Or ready, whichever one you want.
So the only you have to both insure them and then have nobody actually pick them up.
Yep.
Okay.
So both you and well, I don't need it anymore, but you do. You need 5 scav kills, and you need 2 shotguns. I also need 2 shotguns. So we're gonna maybe we'll give those 2 shotguns to you if you can get 5 scav kills, and then you'll need to find 3 Salewas. So we're just gonna have a time looking around. We need to keep our ears open and maybe keep the talking minimal. I'll try my best here because I'm a very talkative individual.
Shock.
Um,
It's also rough when, streaming
Yeah.
thing is also supposed to be a little bit of, at least a little bit of talking. I'm not good at
Well,
doing that, but
that's the fun part about most of the streamers I watch for this stuff. They're a little good. They're good at the game, so like that's the fun part. You're watching them really get things off, and everyone's always going, oh man, I can't believe you died. I can't believe that guy got you. That type of thing when they die. So everyone's kind of there with you.
mhm.
And then when you're back at the menu, you're going through your menuing and all that stuff. You get time to talk. Some people get really good at it. Like I watch a streamer named Genicles. She's able to keep an eye on the chat. How she does it while playing the game, I don't know, because she's very anxious.
Yeah,
She gets very anxious with this game, dude.
I can see why.
Yeah, I could see why. Well, she hasn't played Tarkov for like a good couple months now, because we were all excited to wait for this new patch. It's been a while since we've had like some really good updates, quality of life stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So coming back after a couple months, because I haven't played in a while either. I'm very rusty. I'm very nervous. I'm very scared.
And you know what they say. That's the recipe for good results.
I gotta say, it's really nice when you get a kill, because it's like 10 times better.
Because you feel like you had to work for it.
Yeah. And you're all like scared and stuff, and you just got the kill, and it's like, oh my god, gotta get out of here.
Almost there. Can't wait for me to load in random other place before you again.
I don't have that happen often with PMCs, but I have that very often on scavs for some reason.
I mean, I guess it's less of a concern, I guess, for scavs.
Kinda. If you end up spawning in the middle of like a firefight, that's gonna suck. Doesn't try to do that, but like you never know. PMC might be coming along. You might die instantly.
Yeah,
Not as bad as say like Call of Duty. You will have time to run, and you will have time to get out of there.
maybe.
Maybe.
You don't know my level of freeze response when I start getting shot at.
And you can see how long this really, really does take. Because now you're sitting in a lobby, you're waiting for players. This can go on for minutes at the beginning of the wipe.
Yep.
Eventually, some maps, as the further you go into the wipes, people stop playing some of them because there are meta maps, like labs, for example.
Mm-hmm.
That's the place a lot of people go. But then you also have a lot of cheaters that go there as well. So it's either that, Reserve, Lighthouse is now one of the new meta maps, and Streets of Tarkov is now the main new meta map.
Okay. Here we go.
Alright, so we're on the left side of the actual map, so if we want to get out of the map here, we gotta go all the way to the right side.
Okay.
So start looting some things. Hopefully not die. Where we spawn, there could be a couple of other spawns, like in here. And I'm rubber banding again, that's great. Random jammer. Okay. You'll have to look very, yeah, you'll have to look very closely now because I have no clue where anything's at anymore. Excuse me.
Hmm.
I just found a weapon repair kit. That's holy crap. That's rare.
I hear gunfire.
Yes, you'll hear gunfire across the entire map. You have to sort of pick out where that's at. As you learn the map over time, you'll figure out where that's coming from. That sounds like that actually might be in the building over there that says Paradigm on it.
Yeah. Sounded relatively close.
Ooh, there's a chest in here.
Player, beanie, FMG, MK17, dogleg rail, Excel, SP5, BGV, MK46, foregrip.
I'm gonna take that stuff.
Huh?
You got more stuff over there.
Should I just take it all?
Yeah, if you want it, yeah. It'll get you money.
Ah! Freaking balls. Wrong button.
That sounds like that might be over by the crossing between here and the other side. I already went through the other chest that's in here, so I took everything out of there.
Oh, you can search the car?
Yeah, you can open the car doors. Trunks can be open. Sometimes stuff might be sitting in there.
That makes sense. Anything in the jacket?
Yes. A diary.
Did you grab it?
Yep. Okay, we're gonna do the worst thing possible here. We're gonna go over to Big Red here. That's what this big building is called.
Okay.
Could be people on the inside, could not be people on the inside. Who knows? Trying to get a good look here because people look small when you're aiming down and trying to see them. And I want to try to be patient with this. That is dorms. That shot is coming from dorms. And I'm heading in now.
Yep, I'm right behind you.
Boy, if somebody's sitting in a corner, that's gonna make me mad.
Always gotta check your hard corners.
Well, the thing about Tarkov is, there's no playstyle that's wrong. And I will humbly say, if you're sitting in a corner, go for it, but it's still gonna make me mad. It's an unpleasant way to die, but it's a pleasant way to kill.
That sounds right.
That's why there's also extract campers. And people are smart and privy to extract campers nowadays.
That just feels rude.
Extremely rude, but it does work. Okay, so this particular area here, we're gonna cross basically this river here.
Joy.
But there's a small, like, place to go. There's multiple ways to go. Hold on, I'm hearing running. Maybe I wasn't hearing running. Okay. There's just a small way to go here because people can see across. And we're gonna go as fast as we can.
Okay.
Now, the maps might seem pretty large at first, but they're pretty small. If it
I
only
see.
does take you 10 minutes to get across the map, that's pretty good.
Sounds like an awful big map for...
Well, consider this. Woods is a lot larger than this. And Streets of Tarkov is going to be at least 3 times as large as Woods when it's fully complete. That's a scav over there, then, if you want to kill him.
Oh, I was looting this box that you walked past.
Oh, you're good. There's a scav over by the wall there. He might have moved on. Did he move on?
Over by the wall? There's that. Oh, I see him.
Yep, right there. Scavs get smart and they do run away. Attention to the left and right of us. Scav up here. To your right, yep. Oh, he's... Ooh. He's to your left there, then.
Yep.
Which way is he going? Where are you going there, Scav? Oh, he's behind the dumpster?
Yep.
Take your shot if you want. Did you get him?
Think so? Yeah, he's down.
Okay, good. That should be 1 out of your 5 scavs. If you do die when you're doing a task, it still stays. Not all tasks do that, though. Some tasks ask you to get out of the raid. So you have to usually get out of the raid then and there.
Oh, crap. Where'd you go?
I'm
Oh, there you
over
are.
to your right there, yep. You also see the problem here, too, is it's hard to see who's who.
Yep.
So, like, yep, that's where communication does come in. I'm very bad at communication. I'm very sorry about that. I do try to keep an eye on that.
No, you're good.
I don't see anybody by Crack House. I'm gonna make a run over here to the left.
Yep. Okay, hear the shots.
Eventually, those shots will dissipate because people will be getting out of the raid, and
Right.
depending how far away they are, they just don't come across the map, or they're going across other ways. Hello? I heard a scav over here. That sounds like it's over this building here, on the other side.
Okay.
In which case, we're gonna go over here, construction. Careful running, because people can definitely hear that now.
Oop. Where that bullet hit?
Did that hit you?
No. I heard it.
Oh, that's somebody over here. Somebody getting shot. Sniper scav just died, I think. So if you use your mouse wheel,
Mm-hmm.
scroll down, and you can get quieter.
You move slower. Got it.
Yep, move slower, but you get quiet.
Yep, makes sense.
I think somebody is to our right here that would be in front of Alamo. But then there could be people to our left. So just keep an eye to your left. Keep an eye to the right.
I'm gonna
Where
need
this person is shooting, I don't know.
I need to turn my mouse sensitivity up because this is.
Where you can come over to this blue wall here. And I'll keep an eye out here. And you can do that.
No, it's. I think I'll fix it later.
Okay. I have my sensitivity actually super low. I'm moving fast because I'm picking up the mouse.
Well,
That is inside Alamo, I think. Or maybe that's inside of the tower building. Alright, I'm gonna pick up the pace here. I'm gonna scroll up here to get the... Okay, so there's a scav over there dead to our left. I don't want to go touch that scab because that could be a body that somebody's watching. Alright, we're gonna make a run for it here, straight across.
Yep.
Somebody start shooting, just keep running.
That I know how to do. Can it? Was it if you run out of stamina, you start heavy
Start
breathing?
walking. Yep, start walking and heavy breathing. There's a scab out there. If I ended up killing him, I'm sorry, I didn't want to die.
It's alright. I'm not that concerned.
I jumped over that because, yeah, because
Ah.
of that.
Yep, I didn't see it.
Yep, you're good.
Oh.
That's a good learning lesson. It's always best to get you out there to try it. Gas station. This is old gas. I think. No, this is new gas. When you come over here, you have the potential to see Rashal and the boys. They used to be inside of Alamo because those were the two spawn locations, but now the goons, because they go across map, they can spawn in there, but Rashal cannot spawn in there anymore. That's a silenced weapon. People already have silenced weapons already? Must be getting lucky with finding some of the stuff they're getting. Okay, we're gonna do something here that's gonna be a little risky. We're gonna have to jump on this pipe. And then get a running start and jump over that.
Okay. That's asking a lot of coordination out of me. Ow, got caught a little bit. That's fine. Like, I heard that voice.
Okay, we're gonna go inside a gas station. Go ahead and jump over that, yeah.
The dead scab. Cool.
There's one either inside or basically outside the front there. Where you at, buddy? I heard you. In front of the cars?
Oh, look, this cash register I can search. I can make noise.
Yes. Which is good.
Rubles. Makes sense.
Grab whatever you please, and when you're done, get out of here. Ooh, something in here is really good. Wow.
Mm.
Teabag. Never mind.
How do I... How do I open the door?
F.
Just give me a
Dear
breach
God,
option.
somebody just ran by.
Yep. It's only giving me the option to breach the doors.
Yeah, you have to have a key for that particular door.
Gotcha.
Oh, that scared me. I don't know who just ran by.
I don't know, but I heard it too.
I had to kill him. It was a scav.
That's fine. I was still way back here. Where'd you go?
Outside.
Right, I'm
Came
outside,
in.
but
Where we came in, that same door.
yes, I went out that door, but
Well,
after you got out here.
A little further. Right behind you.
Okay, cool.
Yep, sorry.
No, you're good.
Those hills in the back there, where you see that sort of wall there too,
Yep.
you can go back there. Yep, you can go all the way back there. I'm just checking this scav here.
Hope you're good.
SP ammo? 7.62 39 SP ammo. Sure, I'll take it. I don't know that ammo. For further reference too, 7.62 is like pretty much the best ammo in the game in my opinion.
Okay.
Got some of the better penetration and damage points. But I'm just gonna take the ammo. A hatchet or an axe? Never mind. That was an axe. Take it. Ew, EKO ammo. I want that. Alright, we're gonna run over the wall here.
Oop.
Oh boy, somebody's shooting down there.
Oh, how do I pro? Well, while we're here, I'm gonna go through this.
Alright. It is a scab who has a death wish. unless that's not a scab. Oh, somebody's down there. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go around the sandbags. I'm gonna head to that red truck.
Okay. Did you go in the truck?
Yeah, I'm in the truck. I'm gonna head to the blue truck over here. Don't move over here. Just stay where you're at.
Yep. Oh, he's way down there. So what's the blue bar?
Blue bar?
Yeah.
Where are you looking here? Oh, that one? That's your aim stamina.
Oh, okay. I understand now. Didn't know there was any stamina. Good to know.
That's a hard one here.
Like I said,
Thinking about.
he's like wait.
Is he down by the wall itself?
So past this whatever vehicle, past the pole down there, there's a building down that way. He's by that building.
Okay.
I was able to see the muzzle flares.
Yeah, they have there is muzzle brakes, so they do have that ability to prevent that. I'm looking behind us because that bullet came through. Hello? There's somebody behind the wall here.
Where were we headed to?
We need to go all the way down here to the end to get to
Our extraction.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a scab. Alright, I'm gonna make the bold decision here. We're gonna turn around here. We're gonna go back to gas. We're gonna go around.
Okay.
I'm gonna run for it here.
Oop. Don't shoot me.
Okay. I'm only on the ground here for just a second.
Ow.
Yep, get out of the way there. Yep, you're still in the
Oh,
you're fine.
my arm's bleeding. Okay. Okay, what do I use for bleed?
Heavy bleed or light bleed. You could use the Salewa for both. You just use Salewa. Yep.
Okay. All right. Did you go back in the gas station, or?
No, I'm over here by the sandbags because I had to get on the ground.
That's right. Okay. That was you running? That's you running?
Yep, that's me running. Yep.
Okay.
I'm now going to go back into the gas station, go out the other way.
Cool. I just make sure the running I heard was you. That's all.
No, that makes sense. We're gonna make our way all the way back towards a construction site.
Okay.
And we're gonna make our way around to that other side there where you saw by old gas, which is where we had to jump over that wall.
Yep.
So that I can avoid whoever's sitting down there. If that's a scav or a player. Absolutely could be a player. Okay, we're gonna make a run for it here.
I saw someone else.
Yeah.
Look like a player.
Okay.
My legs are real tired of this barbed wire. This is really razor wire, but... Oh, look, I can yell that I'm hurt. That seems like a good idea.
Let's see here. I'm gonna see if old gas is gonna be up here. Yes, old gas is up. Okay. Follow me around. There's some scavs in here if you want to get a few shots out of it. You can do that. Just looking around here now, there's some stuff here. Oh, I'm running low on my energy. Let's check your energy as well.
5.
Yeah, use your Iskra. Yep, use all.
There didn't seem to be an option to do. I got 22 on hydration.
Use your water if you need to.
Are you peeing over there? What's happening?
Nope. Why, does it sound like that in the game?
I don't know. I just turned around and you head down in the corner. Oh! What did I hit? What that? Oh!
Shoot the scav.
Gave me a heart attack, man. Is he drinking water?
Wanasuka, where you at, Wanasuka?
Oh. Saw it.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare kill me. He's over there. I may have killed him. But I don't know if he's over there still. He might have ran off into the bushes there.
I was like, saw. Oh. Oh, I found the lie prone button. Okay, cool.
Alright, I'm gonna repair my arm here real quick.
Yep.
Keep an eye to your left and keep an eye on what's in front of you. Heal that arm.
What pumping up?
Reloading real quick.
I know, we're trying.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Either dead or gone. My legs.
Oh boy, that guy's got a shotgun.
Well, if I was a decent shot.
There you go. Light bleed on me.
Hmm?
I got a light bleed on me.
Did you get him?
No, you got him.
Okay, cool. I really thought I just shot the pole instead.
Oh, I'm gonna go have a look at him. He has nothing I need. Where is this other guy at, though? I wish to kill him. Got him. Alright, right through this door over here then. Alright, this guy real quick. Go ahead and grab that guy's helmet. You don't have to put it on, but that's a nice free cop of a helmet. If you got room for it. Oh, you got an... Whoa, you got an XL?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
I read that off earlier. You weren't paying attention, apparently.
I was not paying attention, no.
That's fine. I do not have room. I don't see a way to make it.
Yes, you can. Take the RKO, put it below the SB9. Take the water, put it down by the XCL. Or the XL, I mean. Take the water, put it down
yep, I see it.
the XL. Yep. There you go. Tetris, baby.
I clearly didn't look hard enough.
Okay, that scab was dead there, so... Ooh,
Did you get him?
Yes, I did. Oh, he was wearing a 6B3TM. That's why he took all those shots. Well, I'm gonna take the gun, buddy.
Look at his tactical rig.
It's ammo. Nasty. Nasty, nasty stuff you got there, scab. There's somebody walking.
Yep, there's somebody up there.
Alright, I'm gonna go kill him. Ah, he's outside now. Okay. Alright, back it up a little bit there. You should be able to get out of here. Is your extraction coming up?
Yep.
To clarify that as well, not every map will give each PMC and scav the same
Extraction points.
Extraction points. You'd have to be careful about that one. That completely slipped my mind, but that shouldn't be the case here for customs.
I survived.
That's a good amount of XP.
1491. Yeah, it feels like a lot. Oh my gosh, and I killed 3 scavs.
Nice. That's the 2 more scabs you're gonna need then, and then the 2 shotguns. But now that you're level 2, you can get access to Jaeger's quest to unlock them. So for that one, we'll end off the night doing a woods raid.
General health conditions. Okay, so I can... What, Pumpernickel? Man, what are you doing? You want attention? That's weird. You don't usually want attention. Okay, so then after it's over, you can select treatments and stuff.
Yes, you want to apply so that you can get your full body heal.
Yeah, especially since it was free.
Yeah, because if you do that, then you'll have to use your stuff if you don't do that. So next, yep, click next.
Yep.
And then usually what you want to do when you get out of a raid is check your hydration and your energy.
Yeah, my hydration was at like 30 or something.
Yep, and then just use whatever you need to. Stay clear of the MREs and I don't know if it gives you any yet. Don't use any alcohol, and don't use kvassas and aqua. I can't remember what the hell they're called. That's about
vodka.
it because. Well, you don't want to use those because
Right.
it actually limit your stuff. But the MREs and stuff, those are like 100% type things. So if you're like already really close, I wouldn't do that. I would just use whatever you can.
Yeah, because I'm like, I just need a bit of water, and my energy is at 64. Energy is 64, hydration's at 40.
So just right click on it if you need to use it. Yep.
Cool. I don't need this stuff that's in my backpack now, do I?
No, you can put that right all on the side there, and you can organize that later if you want. Ooh, you found some PP ammo. That's good ammo.
Found a
Found a
dog ring
silencer.
and some
Yeah,
rubles.
that's really good. That's some good stuff actually.
Oh yeah, and all this other crap I also found.
Okay, so all the magazines you use keep in your inventory, and then we're gonna refill those mags with ammo then.
Do I just drag the
So,
ammo onto the mag? Or
yes, you can, but what I would do is I would right click it,
right click the ammo or right click the mag?
right click the mag, and unload the ammo. This is what I do.
Okay.
Okay, and now you had BP in there. That's what I wanted to know if you had in there. Okay, and now you're gonna drag that back over to the mag, and then you're gonna go to load mag or load ammo, I should say. That's on the magazine itself. Yep, so drag it right back in there. Yep.
Okay.
Right click, load ammo, and you don't just click load ammo. You'll go to the left there, and it
Mm-hmm.
gives you options of what you could put in there. So you can load that magazine with BP or PS ammo. So go ahead and load it with BP.
Okay.
Take the magazine then out of the gun. So that would be let's see, right click.
Unload.
Yep, unload. And then also
18.
refill that as well.
Cool.
This is where Sparks comes in. So, sorry, excuse me.
You're good.
The game gives you options for a lot of ammo,
Mm-hmm.
and it will only give you options for the magazine that the ammo can go in, can be used with.
Okay.
But there's a bit of knowledge you do have to have. Some magazines are universal to other guns and can use different ammo types. One magazine I know can use .366 TKM ammo, but can also use 7.62 ammo. If you load that magazine with 3.66 ammo or .366 ammo, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you can't use it in the gun. You can load it into the gun, but if you don't recognize that you just loaded that gun with that and you go into the raid, it's gonna tell you at the bottom of the right corner of the screen. It's gonna say wrong ammo type. It will
Cool.
not feed. It will not feed through the gun. There's a couple of other things I wanted to talk about as well. I guess while we're here, you know what? Let me just talk about some things. We can skip doing the raid here because not enough time here for you. Almost 12.
Yeah.
Um, some of the guns, or I should say all the guns, have a feature that's called the malfunction system.
Good.
So as your gun deteriorates, and you can check the deterioration of your gun if you right click on it, inspect it, and it'll tell you the durability of it at the top.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
the top stat.
I was wondering about that. I figured it had to be in here somewhere.
You can also have weapon mastering, which means you can use that weapon, you can master the weapon, yada yada yada. As you can see down there too, there's all your options for different stuff you can put on, stock, mount, all that stuff. That's best to do all that when you have the flea market, because then you can buy parts from traders and other people.
Hmm.
Stuff that people are finding in raids is also very helpful. It gets really detailed. I mean, it gets extremely detailed. As soon as you build the crafting table, I believe in the hideout,
Mm-hmm.
then you get to do a whole lot more. You get to really customize your weapons, whatever the real life variants allow for. I mean, you
Right.
can do stupid stuff. I'll send you a video later on of the oddest weapon I've ever seen anybody ever come up with. It's like literally, I think, 8 flashlights. Like he somehow found eight, like the ability to put 8 flashlights on the gun. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Sure.
it's yeah. Um. So anyway, the malfunctions. Just like real life, you can have a lot of different malfunctions with your weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in this game, you can have the failure to feed malfunction, where the bullet did not feed. Failure to eject malfunction, the bullet casing did not eject. I think what else is there? There's failure to feed, failure to eject. uh, failure to feed, which means the bullet didn't feed into the
Right.
gun. I think there's one more, but I can't remember. Now that stuff tends to happen once you get down lower on the durability of your weapon. I think it's a neat feature, but boy, sometimes when you see other people have those malfunctions, it's life or death. You're shooting your gun, and all of a sudden the game tells you, "Oh, you have a malfunction." Now here's the thing: it won't tell you what malfunction it is quite yet. It's going to tell you at the bottom right corner of the screen. It's going to say malfunction. Press T to fix the issue, or Alt T or something like that. I think it
Mm-hmm. Of
is. And then you'll have to go through the animation, which there's different animations for all the different malfunctions.
course.
So, example of that would be if your character had to get the cartridge out of the gun, because usually that's a signifier of like the what the hell you call it? What do you call that? See, I'm not a gun nut with this stuff, so I don't really know the name of some parts of guns. I
What's
just like,
the functional part of it?
yeah. The functional part is where the charging handle would be.
You see where the charging hand would be?
Yeah, where the charging handle would be. You know, the part that ejects the cartridge.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that's the charging handle. Um, when the casing is stuck in between that's the failure to eject one.
Mm-hmm.
So your character has to basically take his hand off the gun, put his hand on the on the top part of the gun, take the try to pull back the charging handle himself, and then
Right.
out comes the cartridge. That takes time.
Yep.
So in the middle of a firefight, you're like, oh no, malfunction, you're pretty much dead. So that's a pretty cool system that the game has. Other than durability, I mean, you could think of it like Fallout, for example.
Mm-hmm.
You just eventually won't be able to use the gun when it's at 0.
Right.
That's where repair kits come in. But what's the point of a repair kit when you can just, I don't know, sell the gun, buy another gun? Eventually, when people start reaching millions of rubles again, that's what they do. They'll go to the flea market, deck out a gun, and now that presets are in the game, there you go. You're already ready to go.
Okay.
So there's a lot to this game. It gets a little more complicated as you continue all the maps and all that stuff. There is no story quite yet. There will be a campaign by the end of making the game. They do have that. There is a test server for the campaign,
Okay.
but nobody's allowed to play that test server. If you play that test server by hacking, you're gonna be banned from the game.
Sounds right.
Snow's coming. Armor plates are coming.
Winter is coming. Got it.
Yep, winter's coming. What else is coming? There's DLC that's coming. PMC Karma is coming, which means that's the same as Scav Karma. They want that to be, if it's USEC on USEC, it's not good. If it's bear on bear, it's not good. That should limit down the interactions you have with people, but I mean, I don't know. That might make people so paranoid they might not want to fight.
One way to find out.
Only one way. Um, you do have skills that get to be leveled up. There's a lot of stuff in the hideout that's there to do. It could take you the entire wipe, and usually wipes are about 6 to 8 months. So you get a lot of time in between all that. Next wipe should be here in December, though. It's a little shorter now because BSG says that they have a big update planned for December. So they thought, well, we'll do another wipe then.
Okay.
What else is there? Your highest level, I think, is 71. Might be 79, though. I can't remember. If you can think of a gun that's not in the game, it's going to be in the game, probably. Because Nikita said he wants this to be like a gun show type thing. And you want it in the game, it's going to be in the game.
Okay. Makes sense.
There's stuff in here that's actually like... There's even a gun that was in the game that was released that wasn't even released in real life, I should say.
Hmm.
It was a shotgun that had a particular scope on it. that was not released at all. Somehow it got out there on the internet or whatever. It's they had an actual lawsuit on that one, not BSG itself, the company that made it.
Gotcha.
What else? What else? I think that's about it. I mean, they have obviously there's other maps that are gonna come out, but those are gonna be like DLC. I would say 3 years you should see this game like complete and full. They did talk about I think at one point this game to come over to Steam, so you don't have to go through the launcher anymore. And Nikita did joke, but I think he was serious at the time. But he said if one of the big console manufacturers, Sony or Microsoft, came to them and said, "Hey, let's put this game on the consoles," he said, "Let's do it."
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't.
Well, I can see why you wouldn't. There's so many key buttons that you have to have, and the controllers don't have. And unless you just sat there and said, "Okay, well, can you plug a keyboard and mouse into a PS5 or an Xbox Series X?" If so, then cool, that's great. But now you're requiring people to play on a keyboard and not on a controller.
I mean, I guess I have issues just because I'm primarily whenever I do play shooters, I play them with a controller, and so one, my desk isn't set up to properly accommodate my keyboard right now. Uh,
I imagine most people aren't really.
but then, yeah, it's like on top of that, that's not how I usually play, and so I'm like, okay, well, this will be fine. And
Somebody did rig a controller to Tarkov at one point, but you had to use some controls on the keyboard, and I believe you could move around with the controller. So
okay,
it's possible.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
I would love it to come to console. To be honest with you, it would open up a lot more of the player base. Something that seems so overly complicated could be so simple on a controller.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I guess that's about it. If you enjoyed the game, I mean, we can come back to this at some other point in time, way down the road. I wouldn't make you play the game the entire time, but you realize this though. The fun of it is once you get into the late wipe, especially by the end of it, because they usually make things free. Like they make all the traders have free stuff. They unlock the levels of each of the traders, and
Okay,
some point in time they usually make the skills like max and some. They do different things. It isn't the same all the time, but
I
they do
gotcha.
like yeah, they have some kind of consistency. But it's fun to go through a wipe. You can always you play on your own or whatever, and you could always leave the wipe midway through, and it wouldn't really do anything. You can come back, you can still do things. It's always nice when people aren't playing certain maps. That's the fun part of it. Because then
Mm-hmm.
you're not running into a lot of people, and then when you actually have a fight, you have a fair chance at it. Because you're new, I'm new, sort of. I'm not really good at the game, and there's some other people I know that do different play styles, like ratting and sitting in bushes, waiting for people to get out of the raid. I did that last wipe actually. I sat in bushes a lot, waiting for people to come across certain points and snipe them. It's quite satisfying actually.
It's satisfying to pick people off.
Pick people off. Well, there was one time I went down during a night raid, and I was like, you know what? We're already like halfway through this raid. I was like, let me go over to the location I need to go to. And as I went across this other location, there was a guy, and he appeared out of nowhere. It was dark out, and I just turned over real quickly with my sniper. Which, if you know, having a scope on your sniper, it's not that easy to fire it. So I just fired without aiming and killed him. And he blacked out a couple of my limbs, and I was like, oh, okay. Nobody wants to appear through half the raid, and then this guy just appears.
Yeah,
I took
that's
his stuff.
that's rough. Just rude.
And to tell you the truth, too, it is really satisfying killing a Chad. That's what we call people that are just kitted out.
Mm-hmm.
If you kill somebody with all that gear on, you just crap on them. You just crap on them. All right. Well, did you have fun at least?
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad. It's a lot. Like,
It's a deep shooter that has a lot to it, but once you get to know it, which it took me a couple months to get used to it. Not gonna
mhm.
lie. And I went and did the hardcore thing, which I looked at videos, I watched streamers, got the few streamers I enjoy watching now. Actually, I'll tell you what, you should check out. His name's Toast. I can't remember the rest of his name though. He's a Brit, I believe, or
Okay.
he's Australian, one or the other, and he's really mellow. Just a mellow old guy that plays Tarkov. He's so nice, he's so calm, and the game's stressful, so you get a lot of people that sometimes tend to, get mad about it, but they don't get mad at chat about it. They just get mad about the game, and
Right.
sometimes I can bring it down.
Hmm.
You see all those skills there? They level up like fairly slowly too.
Yeah, I kind of figured. Oh, my metabolism's already at level 1. Look at that. Amazing. Yeah, I enjoy the fact that everything starts at level 0.
I didn't know they had an option for revolvers. Huh.
Maybe it's new.
It's probably put in when they added the revolvers because they didn't have revolvers until like 2 patches ago. LMGs is new. Oh, HMGs is new too. Wait, which heavy machine gun did they add? I know they added the PKM. Rocket launchers has been there for like a while now. There is no rocket launchers in the game, but yeah,
There's not one, but they're like, it's coming. Don't worry.
it's probably coming. I think they said they wanted to add a few of the rocket launchers, like the ATF-4 and all that, because there is the boss that's on Breach of Tarkov right now is
Mm-hmm.
not the main boss. There's another one that's supposed to be able to drive around in the vehicle with like his little buddies and all that stuff, and he's supposed to be inside of a heavily armed vehicle.
Okay.
So the idea is to be able to blow that vehicle up.
Hmm.
So I guess that's when rockets will come because Streets of Tarkov's not done yet. I think they said it's like 2/3 done. It's a massive map. They wanted to have 60 players on there
That sounds gross.
with AI and player scavs.
Sounds gross.
That could be also player scavs and what are the PMCs at the same time. That could be like the 60 players. I don't know. All I know is when I went on Streets earlier to test it out because when it first came out, it was so buggy and so laggy. It dropped my frames to 17 frames.
Hmm. Doesn't sound desired.
Which is why I'm wondering if your computer is handling this game better because of your 3070. I have a 2060 Super.
Oh, yeah, I would
Should
hope
be
mine
enough.
is.
Well, I think both of them should be enough.
It should be, but if it's not
I
optimized
want.
super well, then
Yeah, it's not optimized well. They haven't moved over to the other Unity engine, the new update that they have for Unity or whatever. It's supposed to have better networking and everything. They haven't done that yet. They had like one thing to fix, and then they were gonna port it over. So that's probably gonna be this December. Yeah. So basically, the flea market here will have everyone else's stuff once you unlock it at level 15.
mm-hmm.
But for now, you can only see what all the traders are selling you. But you can pull down the drop bars there, and you can see everything that they have. They have so many options for everything. Yep, more drop bars.
Food,
It's
army
menu after
crackers. Oh
menu.
my gosh, a key, an expensive key. Okay.
that the labs card? That might be the labs card.
Who's to say? They needed inspection to identify it, so who knows?
Who knows? Alright, sir, you have a good night.
You as well. Also, go ahead right before we hop off here and claim this quest, I guess. Go for Jaeger in touch with me, inform me that he get quite useful information for me. The package with the information I need. And let's look at Priozersk Natural Reserve Area. Exactly not specified, but he introduction is the Jaeger quest. Got it. Look where the hunter would wait for his prey, where the iron bird has fallen. Bring this package and I'll introduce you to Jaeger. Have work for you. Okay. Modify an MP-133 to comply with the given specifications. Laser designator. Extended mag, less than 150 recoil sum. And no more than 4 slots. Okay, sure. I'm sure. An introduction. Find Jaeger's camp at specified spot in the woods. Obtain Jaeger's encrypted message. Hand over the message. Get 30,000 rubles. Current loyalty level. Current loyalty attitude. Next loyalty level. Nowhere near it. 3 out of 5. Just to find a couple shotguns. Alright. Anyway, everyone, that's gonna do it for this evening. Thank you all so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to leave the group. Because this is Thursday. Monday we'll be back with I don't know what. If Bubbles is wanting to play things, it might be Pikmin. If not, we have more Star Wars to play. I don't know what it's gonna be. Let's all be honest here. It could be anything. Who's to say? Who's to say? But no, not Pikmin 2. Pikmin 4. Pikmin 4 is out now. I still have some qualms about it, but I like it so far. Anyway. Thank you all so much for watching this. And until next time, this stream is adjourned. Good night, everybody.